Hi everybody, welcome back. I was just thinking, yeah, I know it's Wednesday and I'm just thinking about this now, but they did not release the DNA test on the last episode of Life After Lockup. I didn't hear one thing about it. I didn't watch the whole show. I got halfway through it and then ditched it, but I totally forgot about even looking for that. But I didn't see it anyway. I didn't see it. And nobody else seems to have seen it. So, is there still one to come? I don't know. I don't know. But I have a clip of Gypsy talking about a DNA test. But I think it's the first one. Watch this.
Post before Ken knew you called tell me about it.
I did because Ken's at work.
But I think that was the first test that they did, right? That's the one where she was fainting and all that, or is that the one where she said they just did a swab, no blood test? I'm confused. I'm so confused. Guys, help me out here. Because when it comes to these DNA tests, I know the first one was a shit show, okay? It turned out not to be real. It was fake. The whole thing was blown apart and people said it was fake, right? The second one is where I think she fainted or tried to, because she was scared. I think she was scared because she knows she lied on that first one. She probably told Ken, don't worry about the haters. They'll hate. What I'm giving you is real. Why would I give you a false one? Blah, blah. But now it's court ordered, which she didn't think would come because she thought the court was going to honor her first one. Think again, Gyp. So, if the one where she was fainting was the court-ordered one, I heard that the details about it was going to be released past Monday's show, but I didn't see it. And Ken and Gypsy went to a restaurant. I have a feeling she thought it was going to be aired that night and didn't want her and Ken to be videotaped watching it. Just in case. Do you think? That's my idea. That's what I think. I truly think she didn't want Ken to see what the show was going to put. So she told him, screw it. Let's go out to dinner instead. I'll bring you to Hooters. That'll distract them. I think that's the case, guys. I think that's the case. But anyway, we ended up not knowing. So, Gyp, you still got another week before you find out, if you find out on the show at all, because I have a feeling they're not telling her nothing, because they want everything to be raw. When she sees it, she sees it raw. So she doesn't see a preview of her show before it comes, right? So let's hope that Ken joins her on her preview next week. It's going to be hilarious. Hilarious. Anyway, guys, I have a feeling that, remember we said that Ken and Gypsy were fighting or something? He went to Florida and she stayed home and apparently had the baby, but I doubt that. But anyway, she hasn't posted anything in 24 hours. Now that's something for Gyp. Okay? Brie has, but that's a whole nother story. But Gypsy hasn't posted anything in 24 hours. No dance moves, no pics of sexy boobies or nothing like that. No crying baby, no happy families, no nothing. So what does this mean? Usually when Gypsy's not posting as much, means her and Ken are doing makeup, you know what. I'm pretty sure. So when they fight, I have a feeling they fight a lot. And they split up a lot. But I'm sure it doesn't last very long. Maybe a day, if that. I mean, a lot of people fight with their spouses and say they're going, and they'll walk out the door, walk around the block, and be back again, And I have a feeling that's the fact with them. So I have a feeling that they probably got into a little something. And now it's just like a makeup thing. Because, when Gypsy's fighting with Ken, that's when she goes on TikTok with the sexy pictures and the sexy poses and the music stuff to make herself look, available. For some reason, Gypsy loves to look available when she's fighting with her man. Because narcissists, when they fight with their man, they want their man to think that they're going to be scooped up any second after you leave them because they're that great. Whatever. Just because Ken wanted you while you were still going out with Ryan, he was looking at dollar signs, Gypsy. He was not looking at your bust. He was not looking at your butt. He was looking at dollar signs. So the dollar signs are still there, so he's still there, and that's the only reason. If she lost her show, which she's going to, and her social media stuff plunges, which it will, because it's already starting to. I mean, it started to almost a year after she's been out of prison, a year December, right? So it's been a year and 4 months, 5 months, 4 months. I got to cut that part out because I'm stupid. Anyway, she lost a lot of viewers on her TikTok. And I think that's why she moved house over to Instagram. And that's why she badmouthed TikTok. I think too because TikTok wouldn't give her her check mark back that she had. And she probably got mad at them and said, Instagram's better, so I'm going to be over at Instagram if y'all want to follow me over there. But do you see how many people follow her over there? Not very many. Not like TikTok. Not at all. But you don't see her getting rid of that TikTok account, do you? Nope. Because she gets income from it. Even if she doesn't post on there, she doesn't do anything about it. She's getting income just because she has people on there that check her account daily, probably to see if she's doing anything. Mind you, she doesn't have the 9.8 mil that she thinks she has. She probably has about, I'll say 100,000 left on there that are actively watches her stuff. Other than that, out the window. The rest of it's out the window. But anyway, guys, I mean, there's not much I can say. The show was boring. I already told you that. Gypsy hasn't posted anything, so that's boring. And I think if this keeps up, I'm going to move on to something else. Now, I've been watching another case, which I still have to do some research in before I start coming out talking about it, because I'm not just going to blow up my butt like people think that we do. We don't. We have to do research. And then when I do, I'll present it to you guys. You guys let me know if you want me to continue on with it or not. Because this Gypsy thing is just, it's going to go. You know, we all know it's going to go. So we have to think about the future, right? I know you're all happy. I'm happy too, actually. I mean, so anyway, guys, please like and subscribe. And please, everything in this video is my thoughts, opinions, and are alleged. Bye, guys.